Hey there, I'm Mara from 5 out of 4 Patterns and welcome to Sewing School. Today we end our journey talking about gathering. So far we've provided you 2 different ways to achieve a gather. The first video, which I will link in the description box below, was all about that proper traditional technique that is really important for any sewist to learn how to do. The second was a time saver. It's how we gather on our serger. And today, the final video is all about getting out our regular sewing machine and learning how to gather using a thicker piece of thread and our zigzag stitch. Let's get started. Before we get our sewing machine out, we have to have all the things that we need. I have some really heavy-duty, very strong nylon thread that I'm going to be using. You don't have to use this type of thread. You could use embroidery floss, really anything that's going to be strong. If you tend to break thread when you do gathers, then this is a good solution for you. And it's super easy, and I think it's kind of fun. So the first thing that I do is I measure out a piece of this thread or the string or whatever, just a little bit longer on either side than my fabric. Now I've got a needle and thread, the thread, and I'm going to thread my needle. Now, not everybody needs a stabilization, but if you're doing this for the first time and you're not really practiced, then this is a good thing to do. You're just going to bring this up through the front here. So I've knotted it at the end, so it's not going anywhere. I know the first time I did this, I needed to stabilize it. Not everybody does. They just do it in different ways. Sometimes they'll wrap the thread around a needle and stick it in there. This is just a good beginner way to do it. So we've done that. We've got our thread, and we've laid it across the portion that we will be gathering. All right, now let's get our sewing machine. So here we are. The big thing that I need to do is change the setting to a zigzag stitch, and I use the biggest zigzag that I have. This isn't a fancy machine. There's not a lot of stitches to it, so I just picked the biggest one. So I've got my fabric and I've got my string here. It's secured. You don't necessarily have to secure it. It's however you can handle it. But you're going to just kind of center. You want like a 1/4 inch seam allowance here, and you want to center the string under your presser foot, because the goal is for your needle, to go on either side of the string. You don't want to sew into the string at all, because the string needs to move freely. So you start slowly and you continue slowly, just to make sure that you are good to go. So let's see how we do here. So notice that I'm just making sure that it all fits, like it sits right in the center-ish of your presser foot. So that stitch just goes on either side of your string. All right, so we've gone all the way to the end. Let's clip off this. And what you see now is you see a zigzag stitch with a string inside, and it can move. It moves back and forth. I mean, it's pretty cool. I really love this technique. It's pretty fun. Now, the only thing you'll do now is you will grab the string and you'll just push everything down the string. It is so simple and it is so fast. Well, I don't know about you. I thought that one was really fun to do. We had to take a little bit of time, pay attention to what we were doing, but it was a really fun technique to learn, and it does make it faster when gathering a lot of fabric. And that technique really is great for heavier fabrics too, when your thread just keeps on breaking with your traditional technique. So I really hope that these techniques were helpful to you, and I hope that you will join us in future episodes of Sewing School. I'll talk to you later. Bye.